Hello, gorgeous, and Merry Christmas. I know I'm looking a little rough, and hopefully I can edit this video before Christmas Day. But today I wanted to do a get ready with me video. I'm going to do something a little bit different, you'll see in a second. But basically, it's a couple of days before Christmas, and I'm going to a doctor's appointment. I have to clean my brows. It's so hairy, I don't know if you can tell from the camera. But I have to fix that, and I have to comb my hair a little bit. I think this is like pretty much bed hair. I did at least take a shower because I didn't want my stench to go like translate through the lens. But I want to look more presentable than I am looking right now. So I'm gonna try to put my hair back as much as possible. I want to focus on my brows first because I have been just filling them in to go to work and covering all the like extra hairs with some concealer, and it's been working. I haven't cleaned them in a few weeks, so I think it's just time to stop being lazy and really take care of them. Now when they look this rough, I normally use like a stencil to kind of like guide me and shape them pretty nicely, but I think I'm gonna do something different this time. I'm going to just fill them in. I feel like sometimes that's the best way and easiest way, just to fill them in as I want to and kind of like go around and just shave the hairs that don't belong. I haven't used my brow wiz in a long time because I've been using the Anastasia brow definer, but I'm going to use a brow wiz this time. I think it's one of the best tools for me to like fill them in. I'm going to brush my hairs up and I'm going to start filling them in. I have a 3 times magnifier mirror here, and I actually put it on top of a box because it's like too low and I don't want to be like this and not have you see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna start by lining my brows here. Now I wanted to talk to you about life because I haven't given you any updates lately. I feel like it's been all business and no fun in my channel, but I'm pretty excited. I actually reached 750 subscribers, and that was my goal, like my kind of like tiny goal at the end of the year, and I feel like I reached that and I was really excited about it. So thank you so much for helping me reach 750 subscribers. I am so excited, and I'm gonna put some more goals for next year. Now I know this year has been pretty crazy, and most likely you're just gonna stay home, or like most of us are just gonna stay home. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for Christmas actually. I think it's pretty soon to decide. I mean, it's Christmas is 2 days away from the time I'm filming this video, and I still feel like it's too soon. I'm a little spontaneous. Like I don't have any plans set, but I have like my options opened. So I may go to Disney, who knows. I made a reservation for Hollywood Studios, and if you're not familiar, there's a new ride called Rise of the Resistance, and you can only get a boarding pass if you have a reservation, but they have like 2 openings for getting a boarding pass. They have a 7 o'clock opening, and they have I think it's like 1 o'clock now. So I won't know if I'm going to go to Disney until I get that boarding pass, and I have to wait till the day arrives. So basically I'm not sure what's going to happen until I get that boarding pass, because if I don't get that boarding pass I probably won't go. But it's pretty intense. I don't know if you've ever heard about it. I love the ride. It's called Rise of the Resistant, or like we just say ROTR, and it's pretty difficult to get a boarding pass if you're not quick. I've been lucky plenty of times, but last time I wanted to go, I didn't get a boarding pass and it was pretty disappointing. So this time I'm going to try to be as fast as possible to get that. But if not, I'm probably just going to stay at home, just wearing PJs, just like a normal homebody person. I think my in-laws want me to go to their house and eat some lechon, like typical Puerto Rican dishes. But who knows? I lately haven't been feeling like going out. I am an introvert and I've always been okay with staying home. Like I am pretty much a homebody all by myself. And this year is just like threw me over the edge, and now I just really don't want to go anywhere, like nowhere. I only want to stay in my PJs and just do nothing. It's been pretty crazy. My husband pretty much has to drag me out of the house if he wants to do something like a social event. And by social event, we mean just visiting family or going to the grocery store. Lately, I hate grocery stores altogether, or going to grocery shopping, but sometimes he just wants to pick a few things and I just don't want to. I've been doing HelloFresh lately for the last, I think I'm gonna say 5 months, if not a little bit more. And I don't really have to go shopping unless I need like essentials like water, coffee, things like that, like eggs, sometimes bread if my husband wants to make a sandwich in between meals. And pretty much if I really need to go grocery shopping, I've lately been doing just like the Walmart pickup, where I just go onto the Walmart website or the application and just pick up whatever I want and just go and pick it up, and that's about it. Sometimes I even deliver if I get too lazy, but I'm not okay with the delivery fees, so I just rather just go and pick it up. I mean, it's just 15 minutes away. But that's what I've been doing lately, and every time my husband's like wants to go and get something besides what I've already ordered, just maybe like get some snacks that night, he wants to go to the grocery store, and I'm like, hell no. You want me to take my PJs off or like having to comb my hair to get out? Hell no, 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 no. That's not me. But then it's become a little issue because now I just don't want to go out. I mean, I already go out to go to work, and I feel like that's interaction enough. I'm okay with just not going anywhere else. Remember the last time, I mean, we didn't have an argument, but it was sort of like a tense moment because my husband was invited to watch the Dolphins game, like go to Miami, like drive all the way to Miami and watch a Dolphins game. And I actually don't like sports at all. Like, I'm not a sports person. I remember when I married my husband, I got really into basketball because in Puerto Rico, high school basketball is pretty intense, and he used to go there, and he got me really hyped up about it, and I really, really enjoyed it, even though I'm not a sports person. I mean, the only sports that I've ever tried is volleyball when I was younger, maybe like in middle school, and a little bit like maybe a year or two, like a couple of months when I was already an adult. I did play some sand volleyball, but that was as much sports as I'm comfortable with. But he loves basketball, or he used to love basketball, high school basketball back in our town. And I was okay with that. But now he kind of changed to football since we moved to Florida, and I don't like the game. I only go to watch it with him when he really asks me, like just for more support, just to be there with him. I don't like it. I try to understand it, and I'm just like, I'd rather just look at my Facebook feed while he just watches the game. The fact that he asked me to go to this Dolphins game was pretty much difficult for me. Like, I really didn't want to go, and he really wanted me to go to be with him. So he asked me like a few days before the event, and when he told me, I'm like, no, I'm not feeling it. He was like, please, I really want you to go with me. I really want you to be there with me. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I really have to think about it. So it took me at least 2 days to come around and say yes. But basically, they just wanted me to be the designated driver, and I didn't want to be a designated driver. And he also told me we had to be at Miami by 10 o'clock, which meant I had to get out of bed around 6 a.m. I got pretty stressed out. It was so funny. I actually ended up saying yes after giving it a lot of thought, and I only said yes because I just really wanted to support him. However, the day of, I decided not to go. I'm like, no, like, I feel like it was so much work for something I really didn't want to do. And I mean, my husband, he already knows me, like, John already knows me. And it really didn't take him by surprise that I backed out last minute, because he knows, first of all, that football is not my thing. And second of all, I don't like social events. Like, it has to be a very specific environment for me to feel comfortable. So if I'm not already comfortable with what's happening or the event, it's basically not gonna make me comfortable like interacting with people that much. I really don't know what to say sometimes, or like add to a conversation. And lately I've been so comfortable staying home and being a homebody that every social event just kind of like makes me anxious. Now I do feel like it only makes me anxious because I'm not at home all the time. When I say homebody, I mean staying home after my work shift. Like I do work pretty much like 8 to 9 hours sometimes, and after a work day I'm pretty tired. My energy is completely depleted. My brain is exhausted, and coming home to maybe do some home cooking, HelloFresh, take care of my dog, vent a little bit with my husband, and watch TV while I sleep to do it all over again tomorrow is pretty much what I really want to do and nothing else. I feel like it would have been a little bit different if I didn't have to go to work, because if I had to stay home all day, I probably wouldn't been able to. But I do get my share of social interaction at work, so I think that's enough for me, and I don't want to do anything else. Besides that, I like to just visit my family or talk talk to my family, and I'm okay with just texting my mom. Like, I don't call my mom all the time. Sometimes I get like these cycles where I call her every day, and then I get like at least 1 or 2 months without calling her, just texting her like how she's, just like checking up on each other, and that's about it. And with my best friends, I guess we have an understanding, and that's like how our relationship works. Like, we're okay with texting each other like at least once a month, saying something like I love you, and that's enough. And if it's something that we really need to vent or talk about, we could probably just schedule a time to do so, or maybe just like send a long text, and we can answer each other when we get a chance. I feel like when you don't live close to your friends, you get so tied up with your life and adult life that it's kind of hard to keep up. So texting is fine with me. If it's more efficient, you just get right to the point. You don't have to go like, hey, how are you? And then just wait until the other person responds, and kind of like that awkward like beginning of the conversation. I'm so awkward. Please don't hate me. But hopefully you get my point. Let me know if you're an introvert or an extrovert, and how do you deal with social events? Is this pandemic like really testing you, or you're pretty much comfortable with being a homebody and not going out anywhere? I think it's pretty interesting how every person has been reacting a lot different to this new way of life. Now, I think my eyebrows are pretty much clean from the bottom part. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do the top part because I know they're a little bit uneven. Lately, I've been struggling with like the arch of my eyebrows, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. Let me see. I'm not gonna do my makeup today because I actually am gonna go to the dermatologist. That's my doctor's appointment. It's on my 6-month checkup. And I don't like to have makeup when I go to my dermatologist because I feel like he can see actually what's going on. I've had so much progress. I still have some couple of pimples here and there, but I think the mask, stress, and hormones is just like mixing all together and not being kind with me. I feel like if I have a kind of like long weekend, like maybe 3 or 4 days off, and I'm home and I don't wear a mask, when I go back to wear a mask, like my skin kind of reacts like, oh, what are you doing to me? I mean, I get it. It's wearing a mask to work is not easy. And sometimes I have to learn how to be comfortable with it all over again after a couple of days. But I feel like it could be worse, and it's not. So I'm grateful for that. So we'll see what the doctor tells me. Normally he just takes a look at me and see if there's any progress. And if there is, he just keeps me on the same treatment, or maybe tries to change the treatment depending on what's going on. So I really just want to like clean my eyebrows to make sure that they look properly groomed. And I'm just going to maybe use some mascara, make sure my face is clean, and I'm gonna put my acne medication and some moisturizer, and that's pretty much it. I do want to like fix my hair, maybe curl it a little bit more. I've done traditional Christmas looks before, so if that's something you're looking for, I'm gonna link last year's video in the description box below so you can take a look at it. If you're just looking for some inspiration, I feel like that video can give you some. So don't forget to check the description box below after this video. In the meantime, I think my eyebrows look pretty much okay, or as, I don't know, as clean as possible. I still don't know what to do with that arch, but we'll move on. All right, so I am back with a fresh face once more, and I was looking at my eyebrows. I don't think they look bad. I think they're okay or look decent. So I'm just going to fill them in again, and then I'm going to put all my medication and stuff. So hopefully I can get this done as natural as possible because I'm not wearing makeup. So all I'm gonna do is just fill them in a little bit. I'm being really gentle and not pressing too hard. Now, are you excited for Christmas? Because I know even though I don't know what I'm doing, I know for a fact my husband wants to watch this new movie that Disney Plus is going to release. It's called Soul. He's pretty excited about it. We're probably gonna watch that Christmas night. I was more open to like a Christmas movie, like watching The Holiday. I haven't watched The Holiday all Christmas season, which is pretty strange. I always love to watch that movie. That's my favorite Christmas movie. I actually found it and put it next to the TV just to remind myself that I need to watch it before the end of Christmas season. But one thing you have to understand is like my Christmas season does not end December 26th. It actually ends like after January 6th. We do celebrate Three Kings Day or Dia de Reyes. So that's like our second Christmas. So for me, I still have time to watch that movie, but I'm gonna try to watch it before the end of this year just to feel like more on the Christmas spirit. I truly don't have like any Christmas spirit this year, which is weird because I love Christmas, but I didn't even buy a tree this year. I really didn't feel like going through all that trouble. If you're new to the channel, you might not know that we do buy a real Christmas tree. It's sort of like my husband's tradition and I've adopted it, and I really enjoy buying a real Christmas tree. This year we were pretty busy during the weekend of Thanksgiving, and the guy where we buy the Christmas tree from, he sold out pretty quickly. So we were like, oh, that's fine. We could probably save the money to make sure that we send our Christmas presents on time. And we actually did. I am really bad at sending Christmas presents, especially because I really don't like to go to the post office. These past few years, one thing that I've kind of learned is to maybe get a box, like a flat rate box, and just print the label or pay for the label at home, print the label, slap it to the box, and just like go and drop it off. I think it's the best way or a more convenient way for me as a busy person to kind of like ship gifts. But this time I was a little bit more, you could say, smart about it. I decided to start buying presents at the beginning of December, and I did it all through Amazon. Had Amazon do all the shipping for me, and it was pretty cool. We do have Amazon Prime, so they got their presents pretty early. And I sent presents to, I think it was just my mom, my sister, and one of my cousins. And at least my mom and my sister, we all agreed to just keep our boxes or like our presents unopened until Christmas Day, and then we'll do like a live stream or like, you know, like a FaceTime kind of thing, open them all at the same time and kind of have like a family reunion, but without being close to each other, you know, next to each other. So I thought that was a pretty amazing idea. So I don't know, I feel like I told myself I didn't have plans, but now my agenda looks pretty busy. I have no clue how I'm gonna fit all of that, but we'll see. By the way, I'm going to mix an adapalene gel with 0.3% and clindamycin phosphate topical lotion 1%. Normally I would just use clindamycin on my face, but he changed it from solution to a lotion, and I'm not a fan of the lotion. I feel like it makes me a little greasy during the day, so I actually always mix it with adapalene. I think I'm not supposed to do that because I'm supposed to use this twice a day and then this once a day, like at night. So I think this is one of the things that I'm going to talk to my dermatologist about, see if we can change the lotion back to the solution, because the solution, I feel like it works a lot better with my skin. And I've been feeling it because I've been using the adapalene twice a day instead of once a day. My face is a little bit dried more than usual. But yeah, I'm gonna mix these two. You're not supposed to just don't hold this against me. But when it comes to Christmas gifts, I have a reputation of never sending Christmas gifts on time. Sometimes I just send the Christmas gift like maybe 6 months to a whole year late. Sometimes I even buy it and never send it. Like I have a Christmas gift for my cousin that it's still in my nightstand and I've never sent, and that was like maybe 2 years ago. That's how bad I am. Jesus Christ. But this year I wanted to do something different, so I did send them on time. I'm also going to slap on my face this Tatcha water cream. I haven't been using a lot of moisturizer, and I think I should because my face feels a little tight and dry when I don't have my medication on. Now, I don't know if you can tell by my face, already looks really kind of shiny and sort of greasy, and I think it's just the clindamycin, so I don't like that. I truly don't like that feeling, and I think that's been the underlying reason of why I don't use that much moisturizer, because it's my perception that if I use the clindamycin and then I use the water cream, it's just way too much greasiness on my face and I get so oily during the day, it kind of bothers me. Now, the water cream is not my favorite moisturizer, I'm gonna say. I mean, it's been working when I'm really dry, kind of like quenches my face. But for some reason, I thought it was gonna be more of a gel moisturizer, and it kind of looks and feels like a gel moisturizer. But I have the feeling that it does have some sort of oil. I don't know, because sometimes I wash my face and I like to apply moisturizer while my face is wet, and this doesn't mix well with it. But it does the trick in terms of moisturizing. So I guess it's not that bad. Now back to Christmas presents. We did Secret Santa at work and I really enjoyed it. It was pretty nice. Our boss had us write at least 4 products or 4 things that we would like to receive on a on a piece of paper, and then she had us, you know, fold it, put it in a jar, and have us each pick a person. I actually got my boss, which was pretty scary at the beginning, but hopefully she liked the present. I mean, she says she did like the present, but I really did love my present. My Secret Santa got me a wine tumbler, which I asked for. Let me come back and show you exactly, because I feel like describing it is not the same as seeing what it was. Alright, so I'm gonna wear mascara in just a bit, but I wanted to show you what my Secret Santa got me. So he got me this really nice wine tumbler, and I thought the color was beautiful. It is perfect. I've been obsessed with wine tumblers lately instead of wine glasses, because I feel like wine glasses are so delicate and easy to break, and I feel like I can be a little rough with a wine tumbler. I'm pretty obsessed with it. I keep looking at it because it's so pretty. I haven't used it yet. I do have to get some more wine because I ran out of. I also got a lotion from my Secret Santa. It's from Bath and Body Works, and I love Bath and Body Works lotions. This one's called Endless Weekend. I always love to moisturize like my hands and my feet after a long day, you know, before I go to bed. Like I take a really nice shower and then I just slap some moisturizer, and it helps me relax before I go to bed. I sometimes have some trouble sleeping, and I've noticed that applying moisturizer, especially in my feet and my hands, since I work on my feet all day, just helps me relax and wind down and just go to sleep more comfortably. Now my boss got me this really nice coffee mug at the same time, like while we were distributing our Secret Santa gifts, and I haven't opened it because I don't know, the packaging was so pretty, but it is a Santa coffee mug. It has like Santa, snowman, a penguin, and a really nice bear. Oh, and I think, yeah, it has a deer too. Hopefully you can see it through the paper. Let me focus it for you. Isn't it so beautiful? I think it's so beautiful. I can't wait. And then it's full of candy, you know, like chocolates and candy inside. I still don't want to eat all the candy. I feel like I want to wait until maybe Christmas Day, so I won't open it just yet. And then I also received another Christmas present from my Secret Santa. This one was extra. He said I think he was going to buy me this even if he didn't pick me as my Secret Santa, but it is a cookie tin. This is an inside joke, and if you're Latin, you know what I'm talking about. A few months ago, one of his clients gave him one of these, and he set it next to the printer room, like for everyone to pick some cookies. And I'm just like, you know, working, minding my own business around the printer room, and then my coworker comes in and he kind of mentions it. He wanted to share them with all of us. And when I saw this tin in the printer room, my brain was a little confused, and I went more like, there's cookies in this thing? It's not a sewing kit? He started bawling. I mean, he is Latin too, so he really understood where I was coming from. And he's like, no man, there was cookies in there. So I kind of opened it up and I'm like, oh my god, like I can't remember the last time I saw cookies on one of these tins. It's always a sewing kit, always. He's like, no, you really have to try them, they're so good. And they are pretty good, even to me, which I'm not a cookie fan, to be honest, but oh my gosh, they're really good. So I remember him telling me, I need to buy you one of these tins sometime so you can really enjoy them all. And I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. So fast forward to now, when I pull this out of the box, I started laughing so loud. I was like, wait, is this a sewing kit? He started laughing again, and he was like, no, there's really truly cookies in there. And he's like, you know, I did think about like eating other cookies and replacing it with a sewing kit and just, you know, just giving you a sewing kit, but I thought that was too mean. And I was like, no man, that wouldn't have been mean, that would have been normal. It is not normal to see cookies inside this thing. So I think it was a pretty cute and funny inside joke, and I don't know, I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know in the comments if you're more used to seeing a sewing kit in this thing. Anyways, I know I've been talking so much, but I feel like I haven't really talked to you in so long. I really wanted to, like, you know, have a really nice time. I'm gonna put some mascara. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara. I actually bought my favorite mascara lately. It was on sale at Sephora, but I'm gonna leave that for later. I'm just gonna wear just a really thin coat. I'm not gonna go all out because I don't want to get crazy. So I don't know if you've noticed that my face is a little oily. I don't like that, but I still want to treat my face while I go and visit my doctor. It probably will help me to kind of like show the dermatologist what the lotion is kind of doing to my skin, you know, like it doesn't work well with my oily skin. All right, so the only thing I have left to do besides changing my clothes is retouching my hair. I do have a warmed up curling iron here, and I'm gonna do that now. Sometimes I really don't want to like curl my hair really intensely unless it's the night before, so it has some time to settle down and don't look as like tight. Sometimes I use the curling iron as a flat iron, and I'm just flat ironing all of my roots here because they do get a little curly sometimes. You have to be really gentle because you can burn yourself, and I have burned myself so many times it's not even funny. I like to get these pieces and extend them. I'm being really careful because it's so easy to get burned. But sometimes my hair gets pretty oily, so I like to use some dry shampoo. If it looks too dry, then I try to use a little bit of argan oil. So I just play it by ear. So I try to like see where I'm at and find pieces that are not curling properly, especially at the frame of my face. Just go like that. And if it's the night before, I take at least 20 seconds to curl it, but I feel like I'm gonna do maybe 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just get it loose, you know, just a really loose curl, because otherwise it's gonna look way tighter than other pieces, and I don't want to do that. I always like to focus on the top part because the bottom part, who cares, you know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just let it go. Let it go. I saw like a piece here where it was pretty straight. This one. I go pretty random just depending on what I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just let it go. I've been really enjoying my haircut. I know a lot of you have been loving my haircut as well. I've never in my life had my hair this short, and I really like it. I feel like it looks really adulty, but at the same time trendy. I'm also thinking on dyeing it and have some color, but we'll see. I also like to check my back pieces, but I have to do that in my bathroom mirror, so I'm not going to do that now. But I do like to spray some dry shampoo because it is looking a little oily. My camera cut me off and I didn't notice, but basically I used the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. I already sprayed some, so I may just spray it to show you, but this is what I use when my hair looks really oily. All I gotta do is just go like this, like pretty simple, and I don't know if you can tell, but it doesn't leave me any white residue on my hair, and I really love that. It smells so good. I really enjoy it. But basically now my hair doesn't look oily, and it just looks like freshly washed and, you know, my normal kind of hair. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully I look a little better than I did when I started this video. I know I didn't do much. I only did a couple of things, and it normally takes me about 5 minutes to get ready. This is what I normally do when I go to the dermatologist, and the only thing that I would do differently is depending on my hair, like if I have flat hair or if I have curly hair. It doesn't take me long. I know it took me long this time because I really wanted to talk to you about other stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much for helping me reach 750 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty excited, and I really want to thank you. If you're interested on watching last year's video for a Christmas look, I'm gonna link it in the description box below. Don't forget to check that one out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!